I am at Thames, Ditton and Esher Golf Club. There you are, right behind me. Okay, eventually I know I'm going to get a golf course that I don't like. And this is the golf course that I'm worried about. I actually wasn't going to review it because when I went online to book it, it had a 1 star. It was rated really bad. Oh no, I went online to book,
yeah,
and I booked it through GolfNow, and it had a 1 star rating.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was really, really low. I think you need to make a remark on that. I was actually thinking of not booking it, but I'm going for a stage at the moment. I just started last week. I'm going to 1 golf course a day.
Yeah.
And I was dreading coming here, but it looks all right, man. It's definitely not a 1 star. It's very, but I mean, I just generally look at everything, and it's definitely not a 1 star. I mean, that's a really
Yeah, I wonder if the pro knows that that's on there.
Well, I'll tell you what. You best tell them so that they
Yeah. So you have the opportunity to respond today.
I don't know, but if you're on GolfNow, because I'm assuming you book for you put your stuff on GolfNow, then you guys should
use them as our booking system.
Yeah, then I think you should respond to that comment, because it's really off-putting. I'll be honest, I was reviewing everyone. I saw it and I thought, you know what, give it a miss. And then I thought, no, come. I mean, I'm a beginner golfer, so I'm just
Oh, you picked a tough course.
So yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I do clangers all over the place. They don't expect me to be any good, but when it said 1 star, it really put me off not booking. And there must be other people like me who see it. So respond to it. Let them know. You know, it could have been an off day. Blah blah blah. And you know, some people are extra.
Finicky?
Yeah, critical. I don't normally complain, but blah blah blah, and then they complain all day long. Anyway, so yeah.
Right. So you've not been here before then?
Never been here before.
So this is going to be really hard. I'll tell you what. I'll come to the back door and explain it to you because it's really hard with that in the way.
All right, cool, no probs. All right, guys. Sorry, you heard me giving my heart's content there, but you know, I like to make sure people know they've got a really bad rating, right? Yep.
Right. So where that dirt track is.
Yep.
Follow the path all the way down. Keep the course on your right hand side.
Yep.
Okay. And the first tee is down there on the bottom.
Okay.
All right. That in that far corner over there is the first green.
All right. Cool. Brilliant.
Okay. And this is number 2. This
number
one
2.
here.
All right. Cool. No probs.
Number 3 is really okay. So you go the other side of the railway.
Okay. Cool.
There's a path on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
Yeah.
And play down. So you'll go basically 1, 2,
3. All right. Cool.
All right.
Is it 18 or 9 holes?
It's 9, but the 18 is off different tee boxes.
That's fine. Don't worry, I'm only doing the 9. Anyway. Thank you very much.
It's nice and quiet out there.
All right, no, thank you very much. Very helpful. Guys, he was really, really helpful. And I'm quite concerned about this 1 star. They really do need to, I mean, I haven't been on the course yet, but a 1 star rating out of 5 made it sound really, really bad. And people got to get their social media right and let people know when they've got such a bad rating. But you never know, I might come and think it's a 1 star as well. All right, okay. So, let's have a look at the course. What have we got? So he said go round, I'm sure he said right, and I'm hearing left. You see? That's probably why I always swing the wrong way. Right. He said it's a challenging course. I can take a challenge. I mean, Middlesex was extremely challenging. Was way above my skill set. But I loved it. Couldn't wait to go back. Okay. I can see why people weren't happy. It can be a bit confusing. So what they're missing here is signposting. That is, so what they're missing here is signposting. So I've come up here and I see what the guy said is a bit confusing because I have no clue where 1 is. There's no signposting at all. There's just 2 yellow blocks on the floor and I'm thinking, why the hell? Let me turn it around and let you guys see. So normally you'd have a raised hump, and the raised hump, I don't know if it shows in the picture, but the raised hump would make me assume that that's where I'm teeing off from. But clearly you're teeing off from here because I've got those 2 yellow things on the floor. There's no signposting. It's fairly maintained. You can't use the word well maintained, you'd be lying. I really am struggling with where number 1 is. So that's a start. Where is number 1? Oh, okay. I think I might have just found a little signposting. So, nothing that a carpenter couldn't sort out here. It's not rocket science to do that. So this is what we're looking for. Number 1. Par 3. So that number 1, so that means I'm shooting going down there. Alright. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, they do need some help with their signposting. When somebody says it's a 1, that means it's abysmal. I mean, because after 1 is a 0. My initial thoughts on it, I give it a 2. So 2-1 is does it make much difference? It's not terrible, it's just not great. It feels like a park. That's what it feels like. You just come to the park to chill out for the day. All right, cool. Let's start playing golf. Let me see how I get on. If the course is challenging, is the course challenging? Am I going to find it interesting? It's a par 3 to the first green. Oh, to the first flag. I can see the flag up there. All right, let's go for it, boys. Another thing I've just noticed is there isn't different markings to know ladies, kids. It's missing that. Right, so I'm going to look at the paperwork to see if there's more information, because as I've started playing golf, I found out that the most important thing you need to do is you need to read the scorecard they give you. Sometimes I've realized that on the scorecard, that missing bit of information is on the scorecard, and I just don't have it. So I can see yellow. I'm just going to walk up to it. I can see yellow markers. I can't see anything else. Yeah? Do we all tee off from here? Do kids tee off from there? These are the sort of questions. I can see why the guy gave it a 1. When social media is rating you as a 1, that this is a shit place and I don't want to come here, and you have no idea, how do you improve? Okay? How do they improve? How do they get better if they don't monitor their own social media? Guys, there's a classic example there. You heard the guy, oh, we're a 1, we don't even know. That's bad. That is really bad. He doesn't even know people are calling him shit. Yeah? Right, so I'm going to go look at the paperwork and then we're going to start. So I've got some paperwork here which I'm trying to look through. They're trying to give me, kind of hard to, I got this, those put on the floor. So I've got COVID-19. This is like procedures, you know, only 2 balls, no practice on the course allowed. Please arrive, you know, early. Yeah. Green fee paid. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I've got a certificate. But I suppose there's a lot of people that try it, so they've got that. So if somebody comes up and said, hey mate, did you pay? I can show this. And you know, that's pretty good. Okay, this is a map of the course. So we can see that, okay, so right, so I need this. I need this 1. And then I need this 2. Right. What do you reckon, guys? Is it going to go to the right again as usual? You won't believe it. They're now going to the left. What have I done at the driving range, eh? In regards to the first hole, it was a par 3. I did it in 8. I had 2 penalties. My ball went, for the first time in a million years, it went right over to the left. It even shocked me, and I lost the ball. But all in all, yep, 8 for the first hole. That is definitely 11. Unless they're using Roman numerals, that's 11. Right. I'm sure if I play this video back, it would make a lot of sense. But I'm going to walk down and find out where number 2 is. But this is why you get bad reviews. One, they don't look at their reviews, so they have no way of improving it. Yeah, I see why they got a bad review, because attention to detail is not something that they do here. Okay guys, I have to take some blame there. And as I said to you, when you come to these places, some of them you really have to read the paperwork, because if you don't read the paperwork, you will get lost. And this is a classic example of one of those situations, and I'm going to show you the paperwork. So I'm looking at the paperwork, and it was 11, so we started off with 1 and we played that. That's where I got 8, and you can see 11 and 2 is the same thing. So had I looked at my map, I would have been all right. And this is why I mean that when you come to these places and they give you paperwork, you really got to use all of it. Okay, we got the same problem again. I've finished hole 2. We now need hole 3. Now I looked at my map and I saw that it's on the other side of the railway station. I've got to figure out, I'm assuming that the railway station is, we can see that alleyway. I'm going to go through there and have a look. Okay, so let's get this underway. I'm only on hole 3. I don't even know if I'm going to complete this course today, if this is what I'm going to be doing on every single hole, figuring out where I need to go. Signposting is a problem here, definitely. Okay, finished hole 3. I'm now going on to hole 4. What do you think the problem is again? Figuring out where I've got to go. It's a major problem. There's no signposting at all, or if there is, it's not clear. So I have to say that, because someone will say, no, it was on the tray. But if I've got to search for signposting, so I am searching. So I actually have found something. Look, 4th and 13. Something just told me, look at a tree. Okay guys, I'm going to be straight with you. No BS here. I was about to do the hole 4, and I just gave up. I said I've had enough. Golf shouldn't be this hard. I'm walking around trying to figure out where the flag is. There's 3 people running their dogs, and I just thought, you know what? This is not how we play golf. I have no idea. I'm looking at the little map they gave me. It's not obvious at all. You know, I've got to search. Is it this flag? Is it that flag? It's the worst signposting. At this point, I officially give up. So I won't be giving you I've only done 3 holes, and that's it, guys. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going home. They can keep the 15 quid. Don't ever call me again. It's like a bad relationship. Yeah. That guy that gave it 1, he is my hero. How the hell did he make it to the end? The constant guesswork of where the flag is, where I'm playing to, is not the way we play golf. Even with the mapping, it's still rocket science. And yeah, I actually think the 1 star, he was being quite graceful. Guys, I always like to do a hindsight when I've got back to the car. I've had a few minutes to think about it and gather my thoughts, just in case I see things differently or I've overlooked something. Now, this appears to me to be a council-run golf course. It might be hired out to somebody or outsourced to somebody, and they're running it on behalf of the council. But it's a park. They've made it into like a wasteland golf course. It works really well. You see people riding bikes through it and people walking their dogs. I don't have a problem with that. I've played in many parks like that, and it's fine to me. What I do have a problem with is the really bad signposting. There's signposting that is hard to find where you're teeing off from, and there's also bad signposting. You're not sure what flag that you're hitting the ball to. So when I got to the 4th hole, it wasn't clear to me where, I couldn't see a flag as to where the ball was going. And this was a common theme that I started to notice. It was constant guesswork. And I got to hole 4 and just said, you know what, enough is enough. That's not how we play golf, especially when you've paid 15 quid. And yeah, I finally just got frustrated and said, you know what, enough is enough. It's 8 o'clock now, I'm going home, and then there's a lot of people still playing, sorry, there's a lot of people still playing, but it's actually closed, so they're playing for free, and that's what a lot of people do. So this is a park where you get a cheeky one. I've done it in the past in certain parks. We just go on and get a little cheeky quick game, yeah. But what's happening here is that the paying customers are getting a major disservice. And if you're paying 15 quid and you came here, my mother has a phrase that she uses all the time when I was growing up, and I'm going to repeat that phrase to you. A fool and his money is easily parted. That sums up this course.